Starting off closing arguments before Supreme Court Justice Carolina Bethel and the one-man, eight-woman jury was lead defense attorney Keith Knight. The Jamaican QC spent nearly 3 hours attempting to tear apart the prosecution's case against former PLP Cabinet Minister Shane Gibson. Prosecutors allege Gibson received $280,000 in bribes from contractor Jonathan Ash between January 2017 and March 2017 to assist Ash with being paid more than $1 million he was owed by the then Christie administration for Hurricane Matthew cleanup. During an impassioned closing argument, Knight told jurors the case against his client was a strange one, born out of an act of conspiracy, an evil plot, and corrupt actions. Knight slammed the prosecution's key witness in the case, Jonathan Ash, saying his evidence was like they had given him cuckoo soup and that he was all kapunkel up, as he accused Ash of lying on the stand. Knight told jurors that the prosecution never proved its case that Deborah Bastian, the woman Ash testified he paid and who he said paid Gibson bribe money, ever paid Gibson anything. Knight also brought up the fact that Deborah Bastian was not called to testify in court and questioned why only Gibson was facing charges. He exclaimed, "The prosecution says Bastian is Shane's agent. Where is Deborah Bastian? I don't see her. Do you see her? Bring Bastian. Let us assess her." Knight also questioned the police investigation and investigator ASP Deborah Thompson, who he insisted went against police procedure by interviewing Ash and Bastian in the same room, even though it went against police procedure. Knight also questioned why his client was in court and said it was because of wickedness, misconduct, and corrupt practices. Knight wrapped up by asking the jury to acquit his client and send a clear message that they do not accept the prosecution's evidence. Lead prosecutor James Guthrie QC argued a much different case as he gave his closing arguments. Guthrie told jurors that Gibson's defense team was only seeking to distract from the evidence presented in court. Guthrie said the defense's conspiracy theory was nothing more than nonsense and a distraction. He said, "It is a desperate attempt to distract from the evidence when there is no real defense at all." Guthrie also pointed out several of those distractions, including the defense's claim that there was something untoward about the September 2017 meeting with Ash, Bastian, ASP Thompson, and their attorneys. While ASP Thompson admitted on the stand that in hindsight it was wrong to hold the joint meeting, Guthrie told jurors that both Ash and ASP Thompson had said the joint meeting was only trying to find the truth. Guthrie told the court there was nothing sinister. Bastian and Ash had their lawyers present, so it would be impossible for ASP Thompson to cook the books and try to pervert the course of justice. Guthrie also defended Ash and his testimony as he reminded the jury that Ash had been on the stand testifying for 7 to 8 days and that he left the witness box without damaging his evidence. As for the defense's claim that Ash was lying in his evidence, Guthrie said Ash did not lie, as he asserted it was Gibson who lied. He pointed to Gibson's answer to police when he was questioned on the matter and asked if he ever asked for or demanded any shingles from Jonathan Ash. Gibson told police no, but Guthrie pointed out a WhatsApp message Gibson sent to Ash asking if there were any shingles today. He also pointed to Gibson's statement to police that he did not know Ash well when WhatsApp messages showed the pair messaged back and forth on WhatsApp. Guthrie also hit out at the defense's claim that it was former Financial Secretary Simon Wilson, former Ministry of Works Senior Engineer Mr. Rahman, and Permanent Secretary Jack Thompson who assisted Ash in getting his payments. He called it nonsense. Guthrie said the evidence clearly showed the money started flowing after Ash met with Bastian and Gibson at the former cabinet minister's then office on Meeting Street in January 2017.